Good evening, everyone. I C A Sailesh Verma. I welcome to all of you for today's VCM on art of evaluator pitch and how to approach angel investor and VC firm for startup. Today with us, Miss Amrutha Singh. So let me introduce first. She is in GM at VASPL Initiative Private Limited, which is MP's first MP government approved startup incubation center. She has been working in a startup space for the past 3.5 years. She has more than 10-year experience in the corporate, and after working with Tech Mahindra and ICICI Bank, she decided to do Master in Global Finance from Gabelli School of Business, Fordham University, New York City, USA. After her studies, she decided to come back and work in her own hometown, that is Bhopal, in the startup ecosystem space. She is also the founder director of Adani Venture, which is an early stage startup funding angel investment platform. She is passionate about the angel investment space and believes that startup of MP have huge potential and they can grow exponentially with rightly timed funding option and guidance. She is also a council member of WICCI Coaching Council of MP. So over to you, ma'am, for further the session with this introduction, short introduction. Thank you. Ma'am, you are mute.
Sorry. Thanks a lot, Shalishji. And thanks, Dr. Samvid Mishra, to call me again over here and giving me this opportunity to speak at ICAI, which is I'm quite honored to get this opportunity and being invited over here. And let's start with the session. The session is about how do you approach investors to get funding, and also how to make a pitch deck. So we would be starting with a more interesting thing, that how to approach investors, because that's the most important thing whenever you start your startup and now you want to grow. So first thing is that you need to know, when do you need funding. Funding is required generally, and investors invest in you when you want to scale up and you need money for that. So the why of your fundraising, it needs to be very clear. So let me share a presentation with you. Okay, so the flow of this whole presentation would be that if you have any doubts, Shailesh, please, can you just let me know whenever there is a doubt, and people can post it.
I will share all the questions. I will share all the questions at the end, before the end of the session, around 4.
Okay. So let's do it at the end of the session, all the sessions.
Right.
Okay, sure. So let me just share the presentation with you guys. So is it visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Okay, great. So just Shailesh told about me that I am in this investment space from past 2 years, in the startup space from past 3.5 years, and funding is something which excites me a lot, because it is all about your persona. It is all about how you how investors sees you, because being a startup, you don't have much to show as a company or as a product. Just if there are old companies, they can show their financial models and they can share their revenues and everything. So how does an investor know that you are something in which they can invest in your company? So basically, you are the face of your company, and people will invest in you when they are they think that you have that passion, and then you have that potential in which they can invest and they can get good returns. So okay, so the topic flow would be like, how does the funding work? What are the funding strategies to go and talk to the investors, how to approach them, where do you find such opportunities, what are the tools you should have, and what you shouldn't do in this whole process. And let's start. How does this funding work? First of all, why an investor would come to you? Why an investor will invest in you? The investor invests in a startup because he needs a lot of returns. The returns needs to be very high, which are not there in traditional investing, like maybe your mutual funds or stocks or whatever, gold, FDs, whatever it is, whatever it is, you cannot, all these investors, they want very high returns. And startups as an asset class has come up to invest, and which gives a lot of high returns when compared to all these traditional forms of investment. Obviously, as you all know, you're from finance backgrounds, that high risk is high returns. So when there are high returns, investing in startups become quite high. And that's why finding the right investors is very important, because that investor should understand the space. He should understand the risk investing in you and in your startup. That's very, very important. And you have to understand what kind of investors you have to approach, so that they invest in you. So there are all kinds of investors, all have different thought processes. You have to find that who is right for you. Now, how does funding work? So there is a startup which is at a ideation stage. You think as you have an idea, okay, oh, I have an idea, let's do a business. So there is a concept. You build a product, a small I would say MPV, that is a market product, a basic model prototype, in which you just test it, that is this working or not. So this stage is that where you conceive that idea. Here you do the pilot testing, that is where you make a minimal viable product, MVP. And that is a prototype, and where you test it, that whether this thing is working or not, whether the customer is accepting my product or not. So here is the place where most of the startups fail also. And here you need your funding also. Generally here the funding comes from your end, from the friends and families, maybe some incubators or somewhere. But this is the place where you do your testing. Now, if the product is a successful product, it goes into a rollout. You start with one city, then you start growing, and you grow in 2 3 cities, and then you expand, maybe pan India or globally. So as all these things happen, the investment starts coming in from various forms of investments. So initially it comes from angel investors. Those are, individual investors. Then comes early stage VCs. That is their amount in whatever amount they raise is a small amount, not a very big amount. And then comes the later stage VCs, which you might be, आपने बहुत सुना होगा आज की date में. Is it okay if I say a bit of Hindi also, or it needs to be all completely in English? Is it okay?
Yeah, you
Hindi?
can use mix up a little
Okay,
bit.
okay. So you can see that in the later stage, आप लोगों ने सुना भी होगा, round E आ रहा है, D आ रहा है, series A, series B, series C, इस तरह के rounds आ रहे हैं. So these are all later stage VCs. Now, you being most of you, what I have assumed and what I have been told is that you are at a very early stage. So what we would be talking about in this discussion is we would be talking about these two things. These are the main important things right now for you at this stage, right? Now, why investment is important? Investment is important because you see that this is a valley of death. That is, most of the startups at this stage, they fail, or they don't come out. But if you get most of them, if they get angel funding at this time, they can come up, they can break even, and they can come up. And that's why the angel investors take the maximum risk, investing in you at that stage where high possibility of your failure is there. So angel investors are an integral part of your fundraising process. And that's why you need to understand this whole process of fundraising, that how do I go about it? And for this, you're seeing that there is a maze which I have made, because there are a lot of questions at every turn that you need to ask whenever you go and approach an angel investor. And most of the time, these are the 5 questions you need to ask to yourself, that and to answer to these angels who would be asking you all these questions, you should be ready for all these questions. Okay, so the questions are: why do you want to fundraise? For who do you approach? Then how much do you want to fundraise? The timing is very important. When do you want to fundraise? And how is the process? That what are the platforms, what you should look into an investor, and all these questions. What is the process? All these things you need, what process you need to follow. All these questions will give you a very fair idea, and uh, give you an idea that how you approach this whole process. Okay, now the first question is, why do you want to fundraise? So my favorite book, Start With Why, written by Simon Sinek. He's a wonderful author, and not only fundraise, but he says that whatever, even your business or whatever you're doing, always start with a why. That why are you doing this thing? So even when you are going for fundraising, it's very important that you should know the answer to this question, that why do you want to fundraise. So a lot of questions can be, lot of answers to these questions can be that you want to expand, you want to expand in different cities really fast. You want to speed up to the market, that the competition doesn't eat you up. That is, ऐसा ना हो कि भाई competition जो है, आपसे suppose you are into a technology startup, you have a technology, and there are so many technology startups coming, and because of lack of funds, you are not able to, be in that same pace with your competitors. So, and you cannot, and that's why you cannot reach to your customers. So that's why you need funding. So that's a very valid reason, right? Or you want to exploit a market opportunity. So there is a market, you think that maybe if you go globally with this product, it would really help you out, you know. So, but one thing is very, very important, and quite you have to keep in mind that you cannot tell the investor, "Ki boss, I don't have money to pay the salaries of my employees, so that's why I want money." Or, "I have taken a loan, I want to, fund my capital shortages, that's why I want a loan." You cannot do that, because obviously that person is not investing in you. He's investing in an opportunity. He's investing in something in which he's going to get high returns. So obviously he will invest in an opportunity. But if you say that, "No, I want someone, this kind of a profile of a person who can bring a lot onto the desk, and this person can help build my startup and grow my startup really fast. So then I want to hire such a person. So I want, I want to raise the fund for that kind of hiring." Then it's fine. But if you say that, I have not paid salary for 6 months, for that I want money," not done. That is not possible. No one is going to fund you. Even you won't fund someone else who is going to, come up with this something like this, that, "Okay, I don't have money, and I want money for giving to my employees." Will you give it? No, you won't give it. So just always ask this question to yourself: what would I do if I'm an investor, and if I come up with such idea to talk to people? Okay, talk to the investor in that way, that, okay. So just think very logically in those lines. The investors are quite logical. They see through everything, because वो खुद इतनी pitch decks सुनते हैं. If someone is a full-time investor, they listen to so many pitch decks every day, that they will see through everything. So you cannot fool an investor. Okay? So be very genuine. Whatever is your need, just tell him. Okay, be rational on those lines. So this why is very important. Okay. Now the question is finding the right investor. How do you find the right investors? So there can be, angel investors, as I told earlier. There can be micro VCs, VCs. So which is the right investor for you? So since we are talking about investors, so yeah, first is the pre-stage funding, in which you go to an incubator. Maybe you are going to your friends and families for money, so that is okay. You can take that money. Incubators are places where you can go, and they I am heading an incubator where we nurture startups, we help them build that idea into a business idea. So all these stages, like funding is one part of it, but we give lot of facilities for a startup to grow. जैसे एक बच्चा होता है ना, if he is weak, so वो उसको हम incubator में रखते हैं, right? So and then until and unless whenever this kid, this child, it becomes strong, then it goes out of the incubator. Similarly, it goes with the startups, that if a startup is weak, then they come to the incubator. Weak in terms of they don't know how to know about nitty-gritties of a business, being an entrepreneur. And once they are strong enough to sustain in the market, they graduate. Okay. So that is one place where you can get investor, because they have all these connections with the local investors. Now, angel investor is a person who will invest. He's an individual who likes investing in good startups, promising startups, and they are generally when do you approach angel investor? When the time is you don't have much time, you want the money very quickly, you don't want a lot of due diligence, you don't want that this person should interfere in my day-to-day operations, and they should not be there. There shouldn't be not lot of aggression shouldn't be there. So if you want something like that, you don't want to raise a very big amount. It's a small, not much big amount, like ऐसा नहीं 50-60 करोड़ उठाने एकदम से शुरुआत में, maybe 1 or 2 crores or 5 crores, something like that. So you can go to angel investors. You don't want people to be on your board, or maybe you don't want आपको ऐसा कुछ बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्ट नहीं चाहिए. So then angel investors are quite helpful in bringing all these things on board. But if you think that my round is something in which I want a lot of connections, I want a big round, I want people with expertise on my board, then angel investors might not be the right choice. Okay, so angel investors बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है, आप एक ग्रुप ऑफ एंजल इन्वेस्टर्स को अप्रोच करते हो एंड दे raise a big round for you. So that can also happen. There are some micro VCs. I would say these are platforms, angel platforms, in which there are a lot of angel investors. And these platforms, they are an interface between you and the angel investors. So if there are thousands of angel investors, it is humanly impossible for you to connect with everyone. Not possible, right? So you can always connect with all these angel platforms like AngelList or Mangaluru Angels, Calcutta Angels, Venture Catalyst, Let's Venture. All these are angel platforms in which there are lot of individual investors who are connected with them, and they invest in behalf of those investors. So you can always send your pitch decks to these places to get funding. Now, as I said, that venture capital is something not for you right now. Just to give you a brief idea, venture capital investors are generally institutional investors, and they invest in, they have a big round size. And if you want to go IPO, or if you are looking for a merger or an exit, that is the time when you connect with these investors. Now, the next question after who to approach is how much. How much you need to raise. You just cannot say that जितना मिल जाए उतना. Obviously, that's not a very good answer, right? कि जितना भी मिल जाए. There has to be something. You have to have some numbers, and that numbers depends on two things. Maybe you are looking for a 12 to 8 months, 18 months timeline in which you are saying that I want the cash or the money for this much amount of time, and then you tell that where you are going to use these funds and all. And the second can be that you say that I whenever I hit this milestone, you know, I that is my cash needs. For that I need that money. So maybe you are doing something like a product market fit, that I am making a product, just a prototype is ready, but I'm making a right product for my customers. So until unless I don't find what is product market fit, is that the customer is accepting your product, and the product and market are, you know, they are fitting like this, they are interlocked. So that is a product market fit. Or else you are looking for a place or a model in which you have found a scalable model, that okay, I can scale up quite fast in various cities and maybe globally or nationally, and you have found that model, and for that I need cash. So these two criteria are there where you can you would require cash, and that's how you will find out. Say for example, you will say for my product market fit I need x amount of money to, you know, keep on iterating, that okay, this version, this version, this version, maybe I need 5 iterations or 6 iterations, where I will understand that how much money I require. So that's how you come up with the amount. Or maybe this timeline of 12 to 18 months, you are saying that okay, maybe in 2 months time I will hire this team. So for 18 months, 16 months I need the salary for these people, or for 6 months I need the salary for this people, so this is the amount. Then I am putting money for marketing. So digital marketing may I require this much money for maybe I'm I'm getting this marketing person from an MNC or a very good company, and his package is this much, but he is going to take the company to the next level. So this much is the amount I'm going to pay for the marketing. So you have a fair idea about it. And generally, क्या होता है कि जब भी whenever you say, then you have this money comes into a not in your account but in a different account from where you can access, and the investor can also see where the funds are going, you know. So it's very easy to keep a track. And generally 5 to 10% deviation is accepted, that if you say that I want to put money in 50 lakhs rupees in marketing, so 55 lakhs that no one will question you. But if you say 50 lakhs and you put 1 crore, then obviously investor would ask you. So all these things you need to keep in mind whenever you are taking money and raising around. So that is like how much. Now this is a very, very important question, that when is the right time to raise money. You know, that this timing is really important, because I always say, until unless you're not ready, never go to the investor, because you won't be in a position to negotiate. So a person can negotiate when both are at equal strengths. You have something to offer and he has something to offer equally. Then only you can, you know, you are giving an opportunity to earn 10x returns, and that's why you're going to him, right? So you have to negotiate. You cannot say whatever the investor says, yes, yes, yes. No, I am so desperate for money that whatever you say, whatever equity you ask me, I will take it. No, that won't work. So आप तभी negotiate कर सकते हो when you know that even he requires. If he is interested in you, that's why he has given you time, right? He is putting that kind of effort to know you. He's giving you that kind of time to know you. So always, obviously, there is a need. So you don't need to sound desperate whenever you go to the investor, because when you are at that position where your product market fit is ready, or maybe you have done a good thorough market research, so you know that the customer who is my customer, who is using it, my numbers are increasing every day. So the you can negotiate very easily that, okay, boss, if you're giving me this much money, I cannot give more than this much equity, right? But if you're not in that position, so if he asks you for 40% equity and you say, okay, okay, just I am so desperate for money that I will give 40% equity, that would be a very wrong approach. So just ask your question, just ask a question to yourself before going to any investor. Most of the investors are businessmen, so most of them, not all, but most of them, because they have that business sense. Okay, so आप जब भी उसके पास जाओ, आप ये मत सोचो, ये जरूर सोचो कि अगर मैं इसकी जगह बिजनेसमैन होता और मेरे पास ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी आई होती, तो क्या मैं खुद ही करने लगता, राइट? दैट रिस्क is there if you go at a ideation stage. कि the businessman will say, why should I give you 1 crore? I will do it. I will put 50 lakhs and I will do it. I will hire you as a CEO and you do it. Right? He can give you that proposal. Why not? So don't go in that vulnerable position. आप जब भी उसके पास जाओगे, आपके पास कुछ होना चाहिए जो आप उसको ऑफर कर सको, एंड you have to give him that opportunity cost, that boss, if you even try to do this, your 2 years will go just like that and I will be somewhere else. Even if you are on board or not, that doesn't matter, I'm going to go, right? So when you have that attitude, people would be attracted to you, that okay, yeah, this is someone whom I don't want to miss the bus. Okay, I don't want to miss this opportunity. So you have to portray yourself like that, you have to sell yourself like that, that boss, I am the one who is going to do this, no one else can do it. So that is very important. So this question of timing is very important. Don't rush into paisa chahiye, paisa chahiye, paisa chahiye. Don't do that. Bad for you, bad for the coming investors. And when you give very high equity, you might be knowing that the next round of investors are not very much interested when the founder doesn't have a big equity share. Okay. Now, how to find your investors? There are a lot of platforms. First of all, is your own network. That how do I connect with these investors? Second is, you can go to LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is a place where you can find investors, angel investors. You can approach them. You can go to angel platforms, which I have already told you. You can go to incubation centers, which I have told you, who have connect to the local investors most of the time, and all these angel platforms as well. You can enroll yourself in accelerator programs. So accelerator programs are like 3 months to 6 months programs, जहाँ पे आप जाते हो अपना you have a lot of 50 to 60 mentors and investors, and it's something, if you have an idea and you got an accelerator is a very good program where आप आपका जो if you have a small traction and you are enrolled in accelerator program, it will accelerate you. That means it will send you to the next level quite fast. So that's why accelerator program are really good. India में थोड़े कम है accelerator programs, but you can see a accelerator program of Marwali Catalyst, 9 unicorns. So there are few accelerator programs. बाहर it's Y Combinator, TechSparks. So इस space को थोड़ा आपको जानना पड़ेगा. You have to Google lot of things. You have to find lot of things. So these are the things from where you can connect with the investors. Even sometimes I have heard a startup telling that their existing customers invested in them. So they were so sorry guys, I'm having a little dry throat. So their customers were so happy with their product that they invested in them. And then yes, there are local investors from whom you can connect. So you can connect with all these associations. See, very important is to network. Always enroll yourself in all these places. Maybe a PhD Chamber of Commerce is there, MSME department, or maybe CII, or TIE, or TIE is the Indus Entrepreneurs. It's a global association of so many, more than 10,000 entrepreneurs from all over the world are on the TIE platform. So whenever you are in such platforms, you you get an opportunity to understand and meet investors, your future investors. So be connected in all these platforms and keep on meeting people. That's very important. So then next is how to choose your investors. So most of the investors do a due diligence on you, that whatever you're saying is correct or not. So it is very, very important that you also do the due diligence of your investor. So what can be a question you need to ask? Even if he has 100 crores, but he is not a fit in your company, he doesn't share your beliefs, he doesn't share your vision, don't go with him. He will be a pain. Okay, he will be a pain in for you. So if an investor is interested in renewable energy, then you and your project is renewable energy, then go to him or her. But if the person, sub investors like investment thesis hota hai. There is an investment thesis. What is investment thesis? That in what kind of startup I would be investing. So whenever you approach these investors, always ask them that what kind of startups you are looking for. आपका बहुत सारा समय बच जाएगा क्योंकि वो बता देगा. Say for example, my investment thesis is that I don't invest in startups which are not solving any problem. They are vitamins. They are not painkillers. Okay, so I am not going to invest maybe in a fashion brand or a jewelry store. Maybe it's giving 10 100x returns to me, but if that's my investment thesis, I may not invest in you. So whenever you go to that investor, just ask him, so what kind of investors, what kind of domain you are looking for it to invest. तो आपका काफी टाइम भी बचेगा, उसका भी टाइम बच जाएगा, right? Else you keep on, you tell him the whole pitch deck and the end he says, oh, I don't invest in such startups. No need, right? You need to understand what kind of investments he has done before, what's his strengths and weakness in terms of what he can bring on the table apart from money. As an angel investor, can he bring his network? Can he, what is his background? If he's from an IT background, maybe he's a CTO somewhere, can he bring that kind of expertise on the table for your startup? Then is he fit for the stage, as in if you are looking for a IPO or maybe an acquisition, maybe angel investor is not the right kind of investor you're looking for. You might be looking for a VC. Okay, or maybe he is in America, you are in India, and he may not even understand your startup very nicely, but he just wants to be there. Don't take such people. And what is his ticket size? Is he just putting maybe you are looking for 5 crores and his ticket size is 5 lakhs, and you cannot give that kind of time to these investors, right? So it's very important that just stage pe aap ho and how much money you require, is that investor fulfilling all these needs? Is this investor someone you will know in the market only that अरे ये तो सिर्फ करता है, इसने आज तक कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं किया पिछले 10 सालों में. Not an investor then. Just saying something that okay, I'm an investor, but he's not investing. People like to tell that, oh, I'm a mentor, I'm an investor, but they don't invest. So you have to find the right person. Now that whole process needs to be documented also. That how many investors you have met, what was your conversation with them, when are you going to follow up. Generally follow up, do it 2-3 times in 2-3 weeks. What information did he ask you? Have you sent that information to him? Which channel you are going to use to connect with the investor? Your pitch deck should be ready, your cap table should be ready. What are your KPIs? What is the term sheet? Term sheet is very important. Just ask your lawyer to make a term sheet. आपकी term sheet में बिल्कुल भी ऐसा नहीं होना, जब भी वो, हालांकि ऐसा रहता है कि इन्वेस्टर अपनी टर्म शीट बना के रखता है, वो आपको जरूर भेजेगा, बट रीड दैट टर्म शीट रियली वेल, एंड वैल्यूएशन वगैरह तो ठीक है, ही शुड नेवर बी एबल टू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ यू. Okay, so read the term sheet very carefully. If you have a term sheet, send it to him. And what is the financial model and everything should be there. So ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि investor ने बोला just send me this thing and you say okay I'll send it by tomorrow. No, you should be ready for all these things. If he says yes sir I'm just sending, you said, right? So that shows your readiness, quite important for the investor. Now there are some tips when you are going to talk to the investors. Okay, so first tip इसमें नहीं लिखा है, but I will tell you that when you want money, start planning 6 months before. Okay, because this whole process requires minimum 6 months. So uh, it's is important. ये 6 months में you have to connect with a lot of investors, and at least I would say you should have a list of 100 investors who are of your fulfilling your need, which I have said earlier in the in the last slide. I said कि उसका ticket size, उसका weakness, strengths, does he believe in you or not, does he invest in your kind of startup or not. So similar investors, at least 100, out of which maybe 10 will respond and 5 will talk to you, listen to your pitch deck, and maybe 1 or 2 will invest, right? So you have to talk to a lot of investors. You have to start building relationships, as I said, 6 months before. Don't burn bridges because it's a very small community. So people talk to each other, especially angel investors. So don't be rude. I believe that you should always have 2 factories. One is a sugar factory and an ice factory. Ice factory should be here and sugar factory should be here. So keep your calm and talk sweetly to the investors, to everyone, I would say. So don't burn bridges. Have that passion in your pitch that you are, even when you're talking to your employees, your stakeholders, anyone, that passion should always be there in the pitch. That, oh, I'm doing something big. That spirit should be there. Okay. Follow up 3 times generally, not more than that. What is your focus? Is it your KPIs or a big vision? So what happens generally, the point you're being talked over here is that what happens sometimes, there are a lot of different kind of domains like space tech हो गया या ऐसा कुछ domain आ गया जो बहुत कम rarely होता है, right? So यहाँ पे आपको कोई competition नहीं दिखा सकते हो आप कोई metric नहीं दिखा सकते हो. So you have to talk about the vision over here, that I am into space tech, something big is gonna happen, right? So there you come with the vision. But when it comes between metrics, so if you have done the business for say 6 months and you have some good ARR, or maybe you have a good number of people signing up, number of downloads are very high, so you can show this thing to the investors. Requalify your investors, I have already spoken about it. Question first is that this point is really important. You cannot give the impression to the investors, okay, fundraising is only my main objective, okay, and that's why you have to start planning it 6 months before, because your business shouldn't suffer. And I would say a good thing over here is that you can have a co-founder who can take care of all these things while you are fundraising. Okay, so it's, if you are a solo founder, becomes a bit difficult to manage everything, but you have a good co-founder with you, then he can take care of your business and you can especially concentrate on fundraising. Okay, practice your pitches with junk investors. Yeah, you can do that. Initial 5-10 investors के साथ जो आपका junk, as in I would say are investors, you know that they won't invest, right? But just to practice, just to take a feedback, because it's important to listen to investors feedback, that how this product will do. And draft a pitch deck after raising a round is, that is, once you raise the round, then whatever you have told in the round, say about milestones or the use of funds or whatever it is, keep on updating it, that whatever you have said, are you doing it or not. So don't send up, because you never know when you start, when you have to raise the next round. So that pitch deck should always be updated. There's something you need to keep in mind whenever you fundraise. What are the tools you should have? A product prototype, as I have earlier said, that if you have a product prototype, you are at a very good level to negotiate. You need to have a pitch deck. I would be talking in detail about pitch deck in the next session. You should have a very important thing is online image. Online image, what you should, the message on LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, whatever is your online marketing strategy, it should convey that you are ready for investment. And especially to youngsters, I would say that if you are raising a round and if you are talking to investors, you have to look really professional. Look really professional. You cannot, I won't say cannot, but it would be better if you don't put a lot of personal things. LinkedIn is not a place, but yeah, on Facebook people share a lot of personal things, and nothing wrong in it, but a subtle message goes to the investor that he or she has a lot of time to do other things. So that these are very we don't understand sometimes, but these are the things people take, that okay, oh, this person is traveling for so many days, when this person is doing business, uh, is he using someone else's money? Where is this money coming from? If he's asking money, then why is traveling? How much? How? Or they are partying or something like that. So uh, don't convey this message. Your timeline or your LinkedIn profile should tell that maybe what is happening in your space, in your domain. Or maybe it should talk about something about your product, it has come with a new version. Or maybe you are talking about your team, you're talking about your team member, that how good he or she is. So always ready for investment, always into the working mode. That is what the investor wants. So show him that yes, I am doing all these things, what you are doing, what you want, right? This is a pitch deck which I would be talking about in the next session. And top mistakes to avoid, this is very important. Don't fundraise too early. As I said, until unless you're not in a strong position to negotiate, don't fundraise. Don't be overly focused on fundraising. That is it shouldn't be your main objective. So why it happens, it's just like bank loan hote na, bank usi ko loan deta hai jisko zarurat nahi hoti. It's like that. So just don't go after investors most of the time. The message that should go to the investor should be that even if you don't give me money, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it. So it is your opportunity, an opportunity that you are going to lose. I'm not losing anything. Maybe I will be a little slow, but I will do it anyways, right? Don't give a wrong estimation of the market. That is, it's a very important point. So I always give this example. I love this example actually. So I always say that नाइकी का जो मार्केट है वो मार्केट नहीं है जिसके दो पैर है. Okay, so it's not its market. So you have to be very careful in drafting and saying what is your addressable market is. So what is a Nike's market? Nike's market is someone who is into fitness, right? So and उसमें भी उन्होंने और सब divisions कर दिए हैं. They're saying that someone who is a badminton player, उसका different market है. वो मेरा different market है. Someone who is a runner, he or she is my different market. Someone who goes into gym, it's a different market. So इतना उन्होंने किया है. So your approach should be not top to bottom, from bottom to top. So that will give you a very precise idea of how much market is yours, that is how much serviceable market you have. और इसमें ये भी चीज बहुत जरूरी है कि आप हॉरिजेंटली यू शुडंट प्लान योरसेल्फ हॉरिजॉन्टली इन टर्म, हॉरिजॉन्टली एज इन आप ये भी कर रहे हो, ये भी कर रहे हो, ये भी कर रहे हो, नो, देयर हैज टू बी वन प्रोडक्ट. इफ सपोज देयर इज अ वन प्रोडक्ट, देन वो प्रोडक्ट को आप वर्टिकली ही ग्रो. You cannot say I have 5 products and then you go to the, because आपका वहाँ पे सर्विस, आपका रिसोर्सेज, आपका टाइम, आपकी एनर्जी, everything would be divided. People are not interested, investors are not interested. You have to grow vertically, as you might be, if you have read a book called 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. In that he says that investors are interested when you grow horizontally, when you grow vertically, not horizontally. Okay. Now pitching unoriginal ideas, as I said, they get every day, they get so many pitches, hundreds of pitches. So if something unoriginal comes in their way, they even won't even entertain. So don't do that. Becoming rigid before your time, as in, as I said, don't burn bridges. So if you are listening to the investor and you think that, okay, this is something doesn't go with me, just listen to it. You can always be very assertive in telling that why you're not doing it. Okay, don't go into argument mode कि अरे आप तो ऐसे ही, ऐसा नहीं होगा, ऐसे ही होगा. No, no, don't do that. Just tell that what do you think. So you become don't become rigid also, don't become very flexible also. Be assertive in your approach. Doing everything alone, as I said, it is important to have a very good team, and a co-founder is would be really helpful when you go for fundraising. And don't try to take over the world, as in, even the investor knows that you are very small. You cannot take the world. So whatever resources you have right now, you're trying to change the things, whatever problem you're solving. And if you can bring change in that small area, you can bring change to the world. He knows that. And that's why he wants to come on the board, because he shares that vision with you. So don't you should have a very big vision, but you should always have a mission saying that for this 1.5, 2 years, this is my, this is what I want to do. Right? So a big vision is directly proportional to a big valuation. Okay, so valuation depends on your vision. अगर valuation ज़्यादा है, आपका vision ज़्यादा है, तो आपका valuation भी ज़्यादा है. So this is all about VCs. If before I start taking questions, before I start this art of pitch deck making, I can take questions, Shailesh, on approaching the VC. I'm open to questions. We have time.
Ma'am, question. I will share question around 5:40.
Okay, great. So should I start with another presentation?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So one of the things which was required for going to investors was having a pitch deck. And what is a pitch deck? Pitch deck is a document in which you are you're not trying to fundraise, but you are just trying to pique the interest of the investor. Oh, something different has come, let me check. Right? So there's nothing called as perfect pitch deck, because there's nothing as perfect pitch deck. Maybe if one investor finds your pitch deck really good, the other says, oh, it's okay. Right? But yeah, there are some components in the pitch deck that should always be there, which will make it easier for the investor to look into and take a decision. Okay. So it's an art. Why do you need a pitch deck? To generate excitement, as I said, it showcases your startup that, okay, so I'm different, I'm doing something different. It's definitely not to raise money, because no investor in the world will give you money in the first meeting or listening for 5 minutes. But this pitch deck is a tool where you will get a chance to meet with the investor for the next meeting. If he finds that, oh, this is really good, let me meet this person again and understand this whole thing in detail, then that's the purpose of the pitch deck is solved. And it's a tool where you can tell your story, that why you started this business. Now, how to present. I heard excellent today. Like, can you explain this to a 6-year-old? I heard a concept today. There was this guy, and he is an ex-co-founder of a different company, and he started this company, and beautifully he explained his concept in 2 minutes. He said that the analogy he gave was with pani puri. So he said that earlier the pani puri was like, in 1 rupee you get 10 pani puris earlier, and now you get in 10 rupees you get in 4 pani puris. Okay, so he said, yeah, 1 pani puri you get 4, in 1 rupee you get 4 pani puris. Now in 10 rupees you get 4 pani puris. And if you go to a bigger hotel or restaurant, they will give 30 rupees mein 4 pani puris. He said the return on the investment has increased 10 times, from 1 rupee to 10 rupee, and up to 30 times, right? And people are okay paying that. And this is what is our startup. And that startup was not about eating. It was not a beverages startup. It was on edutech. But he explained so beautifully that I think a 6-year-old would have understood that. So, and there only he was converted that, okay, so this is someone whom I would like to work with, and this is an art. This is an art. And then that rapport was built, everything was discussed, we are on board, and everything happened. So the magic happened. So just think, how will you explain? Just try explaining your idea to your 5-year-old, maybe your niece, your brother, not your brother, but your niece or nephew, anyone, and or your son or your daughter. Will they be able to understand? Because most of the public is like that. They won't understand very difficult concepts, right? So try to explain that. Then there is no sequence of the pitch deck. Ki ye pehle aana chahiye. What should come first is your strength. If your strength is your team, if you say that my team, amazing team, we are 3 people, combined experience of 90 years or 50 years, and from IIT or from this background or ex-serial entrepreneur, whatever. So that's your strength. Showcase that thing, because people will listen to your pitch deck for maybe one or 2 slides, and that is where you have to show your best. So your strength should come first. If you say that my product is really good, ki matlab ye to puri market ko hila dega, disruptive technology, then that should come first. If you say that my problem statement is really good, my addressable market is 10 billion people or whatever, or it's my total addressable market is $200 billion, whatever, that is your strength. Think on those lines. And the time distribution should be that initial 3-4 slides, which are your strength slide, most of the time should go in there. And then the duration should go less for the next few slides, where the investor is already interested. He's going to give you time for the next meeting. he is just scanning through it. Okay, so बहुत बड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए, इसीलिए the representation should be very small, short and sweet, quick. There are various competitions in which you are given 2 minutes and you have to just tell. So why it is called an elevator pitch is because if you go into an elevator with a investor while reaching the 15th floor, by that time can you tell your idea to that investor or not? So that's why it's called an elevator pitch. Okay, so आपको ये ऐसे 2 या 3 लाइंस बना के रखने पड़ेंगे कि boss, I have this idea which can convert maybe saline water, salt water into drinkable water, and this technology is cheap and it can world के जो पीने के पानी के crisis हैं, it can solve that. So suppose that is your product. So can you and revenue in this is huge, and you can get returns up to 10x in 2 years or 3 years, something like that. When you give this kind of pitch, definitely the person will say, अच्छा चलो आओ तुम आज दिन में मिलते हैं, tell me I'm in a hurry, but come at 1 p.m. and let's discuss. You got the time, that's what you wanted, right? So you have to have that 4-5 lines of interesting thing, because no one is going to listen to your pitch deck completely. First he will look at your face, and then he will listen to your 4 lines, and then he will give you time. Now creating a killer pitch deck. First of all these things are important in a pitch deck. All these points should be there, preferably. Make it, because it will make for the investor to take a decision. And your aim should be to keep it simple. Don't make it very tough for the investor कि बहुत दिमाग लगाना पड़े उसको. People like simple things, so keep it simple. And it's very difficult to make simple things, so it's an art. Okay, so there has to be a vision. As I said, vision is proportional to your valuation. So have a big vision कि मैं किसको एड्रेस कर रहा हूँ और इससे क्या होगा. And value proposition is that what value you are bringing to the customers, your clients. That has to be there, obviously. Who is your team? So जब भी आप टीम को अच्छे से portray करो. I heard a pitch deck, beautiful pitch deck, in which this guy gave 2 minutes to 3 minutes just to tell about his team members. So there were 5 people, and he gave them, okay, this is this points बताए कि ये कहाँ, what was their early experience, why are they here, what are they contributing to, how are they contributing to. Very nice, the good pictures, smiling pictures, beautiful font, everything. This all things matter. You cannot just कुछ भी डाल दिया, कोई भी font डाल दिया कि इंसान ऐसे करके देख रहा है, पता नहीं क्या लिख दिया है. So make it as comfortable for the investor. Keep it comfortable. Okay, so team को बहुत highlight करो if that is your strength. Okay, sometimes for college students the strength is not their team because they don't have experience, right? But they have a passion. So that should be your strength, that we are so passionate कि हम second year से काम करने लगे थे इस पे. Even we didn't have money, we were working on it. Then that problem statement is important, that what problem you are solving. And then what solutions you are providing, what are the products and services. So your lot of attention shouldn't be on the product, because product is just a part of your pitch. It is not your business. Product is a product, a small part, बहुत छोटा part है. Investor वैसे product 10 हो सकते हैं competition में. But why investors will invest in you? He is going to invest in you and not your product. So who should be the center of attraction? You should be the center of attraction. Why me? Why you should invest in me? I will bring a revolution. You have एक इस तरह का मैसेज जाना चाहिए इन्वेस्टर को कि ओ बॉस, इससे अच्छा तो कोई कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता है. So for example, if suppose Bill Gates becomes bankrupt today, and he comes to you and he says that I want to, I don't have a single penny, but I have an idea. Will you invest in him? Obviously. Why? Because you're investing in the person. तुम्हें लगा तो, even if he doesn't have money, he will do something or the other, right? He will do something. For that matter, Elon Musk comes to you, or Mark Zuckerberg comes to you, whoever comes to you. These people have that quality. So the investor knows कि मुझे किसमें invest करना है. So become that person. The people should say कि बॉस इसके साथ चल जाएंगे तो हमारा तो रिटर्न आ जाएगा, हम तो कुछ कर ही लेंगे, right? Talking about addressable market and opportunity, as I said in my earlier pitch deck, that you have to be realistic initially. You have to say that, okay, this is market तो इतना है, TAM is there, total addressable market तो इतना है, but मैं अभी maybe only 2 cities or 1 city I can, serve right now. You have to be realistic in those ways. Now, talking about business model is really important. It has to tell that how you are reaching your customers, how your customers are responding to you, how the customer is reaching you, how what is the cost, acquisition cost, what is the channels through which customers, maybe आप जब Google Ads चलाओगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि कहाँ से आपके सबसे ज्यादा customers आ रहे हैं. तो ये सारी चीजें in that business model should be there. And what happens, if in this speed you go, what could be revenues in the next 5 months or 6 months or whatever it is. So आपके business model में ये सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए. What is your sales and marketing strategy? If a customer comes to your website, does it get converted? So how does it get converted? What is that strategy? Are you doing an offline marketing as well? So how are you doing that? If you are into B2B business, how are you reaching your B2B customers? So you have to do that. Competitive analysis is the next thing. Very, 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 very important. Competitive analysis doesn't mean that आप ये बोल दो कि हमारे पास तो इससे 10 फीचर्स ज्यादा हैं, ये हमारा सर्विस है, ये हमारा सॉफ्टवेयर है, एंड आई हैव 10 मोर फीचर्स देन द कॉम्पिटिटर. वो भी बना लेगा, कौन सी बहुत बड़ी बात है. नो, that cannot be your competitive analysis. You should know the competitive landscape. You should know who are your direct competitors, indirect competitors, direct competitors, so obviously, but indirect competitors. Then you have to also know what can be a possible entrants जो आगे चल के आ सकते हैं. What can happen, what your competitors can come up with, that also you should know. Because if you say यार कोई हमारा competitor है ही नहीं, it sends a very wrong message. It is not possible that you don't have a competitor. Rarely it happens that there won't be a competitor and you are like, first in this blue ocean. So rarely it happens. You have to come up with maybe alternative, indirect competitors or something like that. But you have to come up with a competitive analysis. Very, very important. Because if obviously वो investor जो है Google करेगा, he will Google it. And if he sees that okay, there are competitors, he hasn't told me, what message are you giving to the investor? Not a very good message, right? So it's okay to have a competitive analysis. Actually, it's good because if there is a competition, that means there is a demand of the product, and you are coming up with that, right? And you're coming up with something really good in terms of maybe you are disrupting the market, maybe you are coming up with something that competitor cannot, come up because you have done an IP on it, or maybe you are bringing a big networking effect in it. So all these things are really important. You have to tell about some milestones, achievements. We reached the 10,000 download mark in 1 month, or maybe we have been awarded by the government for this thing, for this space, or whatever it is. Show your milestones, or you can tell your customer reviews, put a testimonial slide. You can put that, not a problem. Now, financial projections need to be there, monthly, quarterly. You have to tell. As I said in my last presentation, there has to be a journey in which you are telling that 18 months may or 12 months may where what milestone I would be reaching. So I listened to a pitch deck in which he has shared every month. This month I will be doing this. This month I will be doing this. This month I will be doing this. So 18 months timeline was there, very clear. Maybe you will deviate from it for sure, but you have a benchmark, right? Then funding requirements, how much funds you are requiring, and where they will be used, right? These are some things which you can add. Maybe you can talk about exit strategies. Exit strategy is that when an investor comes, invests in you, how will he earn? He will only earn when he exits from the startup. जैसे आप शेयर खरीदते हो किसी कंपनी का, when you sell it, then only you earn money, right? Until unless it's just in your pocket, a demat account, a demat, a share is there, right? Similarly, if the investor is invested in your startup, he is holding an equity. But if he doesn't sell that equity, then how is he going to earn? So that is called exit strategy. There can be a lot of exit strategies. There can be a merger. You can say that nowadays Byju's is acquiring a lot of edutech startups. So you can always think, say, okay, I have a edutech startup. High possibility Byju or Vedantu will acquire me, or there will be a merger. So investor can earn from it. Maybe you will buy back the shares. Maybe you will come up with an IPO. So you can always tell possible exit strategies, right? Then comes partnerships. So partnerships is you can always tell, say, suppose you are in a startup in which you have to say, suppose you are selling medicines, online medicines. So who can be your partners? So the distributors will be your partners who would be selling that medicine to you, or sending that medicine to your customers, or the logistic partners would be there. So these are all different kinds of partnerships. You can always have screenshots of your product. You can have a YouTube video. You can have a demo of your product. All these things are actually will give a good impression on the investor. Tips to make it good, impressive, is that you have to keep it short and simple. As I said, not more than 15 slides. Keep it interesting. Tell a story. So it's very important to tell a story because people get bored. अगर अब मैं और एक घंटा बोलूंगी तो लोग बोर हो जाएंगे. You have to tell a story, right? Anyone, just you keep on talking about figures and all this thing, no one is interested. I'll tell you, I always give this example because I heard this story and I still remember, and it was like 3 months back. So there was this lady and like husband wife were there, and they started this business, and they were into baby online products, organic products. And the story she told, I don't know it's true or not, but she told it in a very nice way that I delivered my child, and I was it's a reality show. So she will say that I delivered a child and I was looking for baby products, and then I used the existing products in the market, and my baby got rashes and he couldn't sleep the whole night. And my motherly instinct was, so I couldn't sleep because of this, and I kept searching. I did so much research, but I couldn't get anything. And then you know what I thought, if I am suffering so much, why the other mothers would also be suffering, all other parents would also be suffering. Why not come up with some product which is good for this baby's skin and it's completely organic? And that's why we come up with this product. हो गई बात. People are, oh yeah, she will never. Why it is important, I'll tell you. Okay, start with why telling a story is really important is because people connect with you. People understand quite easily. And being a founder, you being the face of the company, only through a story you can show your passion. You cannot show your passion through financials and numbers, kitne bhi bade numbers ho, right? If the because kya hoga, say suppose you say I will reach the turnover of 50 crores in 2 years down the line, and that is if that is your base, and if you don't reach 50 crores, then what? Will you stop working? High possibility, right? But if you say ki I am passionate, be whatever comes, whatever happens, corona happens or whatever happens, I am going to do this. Maybe not in 2 years, but maybe in 3 years, but I'm not going to leave this. That investor will invest in you because he say अरे जाएगा तो नहीं कहीं पे, मे बी मेरे को एकदम से रिटर्न नहीं देगा, बट जाएगा तो नहीं कहीं. So he invests in you. And how do you show that passion? Through a story. So have a story. It is really good. Keep it interesting. Don't overstate the market opportunity. As I said, मत बताओ बहुत बड़ा addressable market है, but आप पहुंच भी नहीं पा रहे हो उन पे. So don't overstate it. But always, position your market is inevitable. And that means that big companies are going to come in this space. If I say right now, जब cloud आया था, everyone used to say, "Arey, cloud, what it is." But if someone had invested in cloud technology that time, he would have been a millionaire. Or for that matter, cryptocurrency, right? So big companies are going to come in all these spaces. And if I am there and you are missing that opportunity, then you're lost, right? It is inevitable. It will grow. Just don't talk about your product, as I said earlier. Focus on your why. Don't skimp on customer acquisition. How are you reaching the customer? How much is your lead conversion ratio? All these things you have to tell that this is the best channel where I am reaching the customer and people are quite happy with my product. Tell your testimonials. All these things are very important because ultimately not the product but the customer is going to bring money. So put lot of stress on your customer acquisition. Next is understanding the competitive landscape. I already told you that. To position your company is inevitable. So in the inevitable market space, my company is inevitable and we are going to make money. That is, the posture has to be like that only. Always. That was, I am giving you opportunity. I am giving you opportunity. If you don't take the bus, you are missing it. Right? Ask for the money. Puri Ramayana सुना दी end में बोला राम कौन तो नहीं. You have to, if you are asking for money, if you are इतना सब कुछ कर रहे हो, then you have to ask for money. You cannot skip that slide. Definitely ask for money. I want this much. I will give you this much equity. Not necessarily about equity, but always ask for money. If he asks, then you can always off the table, you can talk about equity. Keep it up to date. As I earlier said, that whatever changes happen, keep adding in the pitch deck. If your second version has come, if you have entered in a new MOU, if you have a new customer, a big customer, if you have got a funding, whatever, your pitch deck should be there. It should tell about previous investors also. All these things has to be there. Send it in PDF because a lot of times it's not compatible. And make sure that whatever you send, the person understands what you are trying to tell. Okay, even if you're not there. So that is about making a pitch deck. Something you have to keep in mind when you are making a pitch deck. That is the valuation. You don't have to put the things on the in the pitch deck, but you should know what is your valuation. There are a lot of, you might be knowing that there are merchant banks and valuation specialists, valuers, what you say, who's they do that, and their seal is important, their certification is important, because valuation से ही आपको पता चलेगा कि आपको फंड कितना रेज करना है. and how much equity are you ready to shed, right? Remember your numbers, very important. You are all CAs, I don't need to tell that. If he says in third year आपका कितना turnover होने वाला है, you shouldn't open your Excel and tell, but it has to be on your, on your fingertips. You have to remember your numbers, and that will show how much preparation you have done, how much you are into the thing. And a strong legal support, as I said, that आप जब term sheets बनाओगे, SHA करोगे, तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए that you are, you don't have the जितना आपने मेहनत किया, you are not rewarded. ऐसा ना हो कि because of your lack of knowledge, investor takes advantage. So don't have a very good legal team, talk to good lawyers, and possible ho, make your own term sheet, and share with the investor, rather than sending you a term sheet. You send him the term sheet. Much better. You are in control. That's all for now, and now I'm open for questions.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. I am just sharing to you some questions which I have obtained. Many questions. First question is, what are the forms of venture capital investments? What are the forms of venture capital investments?
Forms of firms.
Form, type.
Type.
Which like venture, like.
What types of venture capital you are asking?
Right.
Okay. So as I said, there are various stages of venture capital. You go with the angel investor, then you go to a micro VC, and maybe sometimes you go to a lead syndicates. What are syndicates? Syndicates are a group of investors in which there is one person, one investor, backed by 15, 20 investors who, he will study your deal, he will study everything, and he will he will say that, okay, this is a good startup, let's invest in it, let's invest 2 crores in it, how much are you willing to invest? So that is a syndicate. Then second is that you go to a micro VC. So micro VCs, I said, are firms in which there are they will accept your pitch decks, they have their teams, they have some investors in their board, and they will invest in you. Then you go to angel platforms, as I said, Aha Ventures, your Venture Catalyst, or Let's Venture. So these have a lot of investors, thousands of investors on their board who invest in startups. And then comes the VCs. Those are institutions. Titan Capital ho gaya, yeah. There are all other VCs also. So they are institutions. So they have a different working. They have a total corporate. So once that's pre-series A, then series A, then seed round, then series A, then series B, series C. इस तरीके से mezzanine rounds ये सब होते जाएंगे. So that's how the process happens. But once you get one funding round, high possibility you get the next round.
Ma'am, I am sharing question through chatbot. Please review your chat.
Yeah. Okay, so I in the chat box I can see, right?
Right.
Okay, pitch length and time limit to present, if any. Generally keep it small, not very not more than 10 minutes. And as I said, 10 to 15 slides are more than enough. आपने पूरी गाथा नहीं लिखनी है. It has to be interesting. That person should just open few slides and understand that, okay, because they see so many pitch decks that they won't be interested to go till the end. They will only understand that, okay, this is something interesting, this topic is something interesting, let me then go. But if it is unoriginal idea, they won't go. So it's not about the length or something like that, but it's all about how you present. But if you are presenting in terms of you're speaking in front of the investors, then keep time for question answers. So just ask the organizers, how much time are you giving me for talking? If they say 10 minutes, try to complete in 10 minutes. If you're going to an investor on one-on-one meet, then explain him before. Just give him the concept, then ask, do you want to see the pitch deck right now? If he says yes, then show him. If he says no, just mail me, it's okay, I understand, what are you doing, and do that according. There's no hard and fast rule that nahi aise hi aise karna hai. You can do it anyway. How much time to take to obtain VC funds? See, the process I said starts when you have to start preparing 6 months before. Now, if you raise a round, okay, for 18 months, now you know that after 18 months I will require money. So then you will, after 18 months I will require money. Again, you start working on the next round. Then you again raise for say 2 years or 24 months or 18 months, whatever it is. So that's how the progression happens. Sometimes you are once you cross the pre-series A round and series A round, now you're going for venture capital. What happens? All these people are already you know observing you. If you're doing well, you won't get up. The next rounds don't take much time. It's the only initial hiccup which you have to uh, cross. Once you get all these I would say once if one investor invests in you and shows confidence, the others will follow. Most of the time that how it happens, that okay, someone has invested in it. So always have those investors on your pitch deck. Therefore, these people have invested in me. Okay, I am working on my startup ideas, not recognized under DPIIT for development of website and marketing. I need fund at least 10 lakh. What are the best way to obtain fund, and in which form should I opt?
Recording in
Okay,
progress.
so banks generally give debts. So VC fund, there are some banks that might have come, but most of the banks, at least if you're not 3 year old, they won't entertain you until, and your balance sheets and all should be really good. So banks are good if you want to use banking tools. They are a lot of banks. They have Access Bank ho gaya, ICICI Bank ho gaya. We have collaborations with all these. So they have really good banking tools in which they will, they are quite helpful to the startups. But if you talk about loans and funding and all, banks are not into it. Mostly they will give you loan if you have good balance sheets and all. What are the top 10 points you should cover under business model? Hmm, business model का top 10 points ये होने चाहिए that who are your customers, how are you approaching them, which is the best strategy, all these things. What is your customer turnaround time, like lead conversion ratio, then how much money you require for each customer acquisition, All these things has to be in the business model. What are your revenue sources? All these things has to be there. Mm. I'm a woman working on my ideas. Please guide me to find government subsidy with VC funds. Way to approach. Can you share any format or templates for approach to VC? See, for government, you can always first go to Startup India website. This is the website. I'll just write it down. So in this website, you can always visit, and there are a lot of schemes for startups. So there is a startup seed fund that has come announced by PM Modi, and what they are doing is they are giving 5 crores to incubators, and through the incubators you can obtain this funding. And in the website, you can always go to that Startup India seed fund, where you can see the list of incubators who have got this funding, and you can get up to 20 lakhs in through this funding scheme, but it is only through the incubator you will get, directly you won't get. And then there are a lot of sometimes there are domain specific competitions happen. So there may be a defense domain startups for startups, or health tech startups, or edutech startups. So all these competitions happen. So if you participate in them, you will have a, and if you win, you might get some money, award money. But truly speaking, as an entrepreneur, you shouldn't be much dependent on government. If you get a support from the government, well and good, but if you don't, it shouldn't it shouldn't discourage you from pursuing your passion or goal. If you are entrepreneur, be a woman or man, it's okay. You are an entrepreneur, you are a leader, you can handle anything. Being a leader, being an entrepreneur makes you that, irrespective of the gender. Can you share any format or templates or approach to VC? कोई template as such नहीं होता है मैम. You can definitely just on the LinkedIn say, suppose you can just send them. You can use Sales Navigator or maybe search their marketing tools, in which you can just send them a simple hi, hello, how are you, sir? I'm a startup. I would like to connect with you. And this and it's into, you can always tell about your domain, that it's a deep tech or AI based or something, that kind of domain for this, and I would like to connect with you. And they generally respond. If and as I said, don't do just don't go to anyone. Just do a research, and then if you send a message, like I send to lot of people, I will only send a simple hi, hello, how are you types, and most of them respond. It's not something really that people, because they are on LinkedIn, they are also there to network, right? So not they won't say no to, like, most of the times, 99% times they will respond. How valuation is important? Can I pitch without obtaining valuation? See, valuation is important because if you are asking for funding, so how will you tell the investor how much equity you are going to give, right? If you are saying that I am raising 5 crores and I will give 50% equity, so your valuation is 10 crores. But 50% equity is something which the next round of investor won't be interested in investing in you. But if you say, okay, 5 crores, I will give 10% equity, then it's fine. Still better. You have majority holding. So that's why valuation is important. If you want to pitch without valuation, you can always pitch in such, pitch competitions in which you just want to validate your idea. So that also happens. So say, suppose investors are coming, but they are not that serious investors, they are just coming and listening to you. You are at a very early stage, you just want to validate your idea. So you go to those pitching competitions, and you just tell that, okay, this is my idea, this is something, and right now you have not, I haven't done valuation. It's okay, you can do that. But if you're seriously in a process of fundraising, then it's important that there has to be a valuation. If you're going to serious investors who are like full time into angel investing and VCs, so then there it's important. But if you're very at early stage, it's okay to not have a valuation. It's okay. Can you provide some good follow-up questions? Okay, that's a good question. See, first of all, if the person responds well and good, you can always ask, maybe if they want to connect over the call or something like that, and then you can always ask that what is the best thing you liked about it. Would you like to have a one-on-one, or do you want to come over Zoom? And sometimes you can always ask what kind of investments you what kind of in what kind of startups you invest, and how can you if you like the idea or my business, how can contribute, how I can become better. It's more of a conversation. It's follow up mein to uh, generally it's like, are you interested or not? That's the basic crux. So if the person says yes, I'm interested, then the all these questions come, that if you're interested to know more, are you interested, are you not interested? And most of the investors, they will say yes, no, so or maybe. So if, just ask them directly, are you interested to listen to it more and invest? If he says no, I'm not interested in investing in this startup, this is not my investment thesis, okay, you move on, next investor. He says yes, then you can always ask that when we can have a, do you want me to come over? If you're in the same city, it's better you go and meet. If it's in a different city, that you can always have a Zoom call or something like that. Shouldn't be a big problem. See, I'm not into VC funding because it's more of a next level funding. I'm more into angel investments. So yes, we have invested in a lot of startups in our incubation center. So what our investment thesis is very simple, that very early stage startups come to us. So we see the founder, as I say, we see that if they are doing good, they have a good model, and they have a potential, we will invest in them. So we invested in startups at early stage. My venture and other ventures I have recently started. We are just taking the pitch decks and we are just going through them. And I generally help startups in their strategic, how to go to market strategy and all. I generally help in those areas. I work more with early stage startups rather than more mature startups. Okay, what are the rate or COC, cost of capital, for obtaining VC funds nowadays? Mm, see, VC funds, cost of capital as such is not there, but yes, you have to approach them, and all these things happen, that you go to, you have to give your time. As I said, as a founder, you have to give your time to meet these people. You have to explain what is it. You have to convince them that okay, this is something really good. This is a very good space. All these things. So these things take time. So yes, and you are going to ask for money. So as such, there is no cost of capital. But yes, you can definitely, you can, your time obviously goes in it, your resources go into it. If you are आप outsource करते हो, you want to make a pitch deck, so आप sometimes there are companies who make a very professional pitch deck, so you give money to that. Maybe you are giving money to the legal guys, you're giving money to valuations, whatever merchant banker asks for. So all these are basic capital costs that happen, and I think it shouldn't go more than 2 lakhs. Depends on, see, valuation depends on the capital you are raising. So the valuation generally start from 30,000 to 1.5 lakhs. And then pitch deck, making pitch deck is not that like, it's not more than 10-15,000. And other things are legal services. Yes, it's an expense, but you have to. Maybe marketing is taking a sales navigator, connecting with investors. So yes, that is a cost. So generally these are the costs, not very high costs, and once you get the money, then it's fine. Okay, hmm, is it compulsory to register our idea under startup DPIT for obtain VC funds? See, if you are going to angel investments, angel investors, if you are not DPIT registers, okay, they won't make a fuss about it. But if you are going to maybe angel platforms, say for venture catalyst or let's venture, so these they have angel funds, and angel funds are SEBI registered, and one of the mandatory criteria of using angel funds for investing in startups is that the startup has to be DPIT registered. So get an DPIT register certificate doesn't take more than two days. You have to fill 5 questions: why you are doing this, what problem you are solving, what is the solution you are providing, are you providing giving wealth generation, or you are doing employment generation. And there's one more question. There are 5 questions. You have to upload your pitch deck, you have to upload any videos, you have to upload your incorporation certificate, and it's done. You cannot be proprietorship, you have to be private limited or public or partnership, or yeah, one person company is also okay, but proprietor is not, they don't accept. Please guide on opportunities for women startup VC fund. I didn't get that. Like, we are asking for women. Can you explain that? Oh, opportunities for women for startup VC fund. You are saying about the seed funds scheme you are asking. Can you please elaborate on that? The next question is angel tax benefit. 1 minute. Uh, I don't think it's this VC fund is gender specific as such. There can be few women schemes on Startup India which you can check. Okay, please guide on opportunities for women startup. There are so many opportunities happening. For women, there are so many accelerator programs. One is a very big program in Bangalore by Goldman Sachs, in which they are, it's a 1 year program in which they give you stipend and you have to apply. So there are so many opportunities for women. Most of the state governments, they give special preference to women founders, or if women founder is 51% holder, so then they have more benefits. Like in MP, I would tell that they have mm, whatever subsidies and things they give more to the women founders, so they have some privileges. You can always check your MSME state MSME website and check. And as I said, in startupindia.gov.in also there are a lot of schemes for women, so you can always check. Okay. Angel tax benefit available to all startups. Can you guide on this matter? So this is a very large space, and I may not be the right person on talking about angel tax, but yeah, government has changed a lot of norms for angel tax, and I think it's better. We take a different session on this because it's a very in-depth session on angel tax. There has been a lot of, I would say,
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, we will take.
yeah, this is a different, altogether different topic. It's a very huge topic, angel tax. So I may not be the right person to talk on this. Okay, what are your main pitch should answer to the core questions? I didn't understand that. What does that mean? Can you please explain it a little better? I didn't understand. What are your main pitch? Should answer to the 4 questions. Okay, so what are you asking? What questions the pitch should answer in your, like, what the important questions the pitch should answer? If that is there, I've already covered in the uh, pitch deck that it has to answer your team, about your team, the value proposition, the problem statement you are solving, the total addressable market, your competitive analysis, your milestones and awards, and what fund, how much fund you require, where you are going to use those funds, and when are you going to use those funds. These are the main things there should be there.
Till now we have done our all the questions. Ma'am, since we have a time, to you can continue with some valuable points, whatever you want.
I'll just share my LinkedIn LinkedIn profile, and you can always connect me on LinkedIn, right? Important question. See, important question that your pitch deck should answer, that why investor should invest in me? What is in there for him? Okay, and why he shouldn't miss this opportunity. So, अपना गुणगान करना है, mainly तो यही है. And what is in there for him? If you are selling your product, you're selling yourself, and you're pitching yourself. So you have to show the best what he can get when he invests in you and in your company. That's the main question that you have to, ask. You have to answer. What you can all do is that you can always make a list of angel investors. There are a lot of platforms of angel investors, and on LinkedIn, there is a feature of sales navigator. You can always put those keyword of angel investor and you can get the list of angel investors. You can connect with them. If you connect with one, he will connect you to, say, suppose I am an angel investor, I know 100 more angel investors, so they will connect to you with the right people. So you can do that exercise. Then you can always search for micro VCs, because they will give you that kind of 2 crore taka funding, 2 to 5 crore taka funding. So there are a lot of micro VCs available. There are I'll share the name if after just a moment. I'll share the name of the micro VCs that are in market. Give me a moment. You can always connect with these people, and all these micro VCs, they have their investment thesis. They will always tell in which company, which kind of startup we would be investing. So becomes easier for you to connect with these people. What kind, all these micro VCs, because VCs will come into picture once you get 1 or 2 rounds of funding. Yeah, this is the list. There are almost 88 micro VCs in India, and I have around I have. Yeah, this is the list of micro VCs. See, angel investors you have to find, because there is no list of angel investors. You can always go to TechCrunch, PitchBook, CB Insights, all these websites, they give you the inside information about venture, the whole venture space, venture investment space, venture capital space. You can always so these are some of the places where you can. Shalish, I guess questions are over. If there are any questions, I can definitely answer.
Right. All the questions have done.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can conclude our session since all the question has done. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable guide to all the members, and definitely all the members get benefit of your session. And uh, many members are asking, please share your email IDs and
Yeah, I'll just share my mail ID over here. And I have shared my LinkedIn.
yeah. All the members can connect through LinkedIn, and definitely whatever the question related to ma'am profile
You
you
can
can ask.
definitely ask me.
Yeah,
And I would love to connect with you all. Thanks for the wonderful questions you have asked. And that would be,
yeah. Okay.
I
Thank
am
you.
quite happy
Yeah.
because if there are a lot of questions, that means that people are actually listening and thinking on those lines.
Right, right. That's a very thing. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable
Thanks a
time.
lot. Thanks, ICAI for inviting me. And thanks again. It's my honor to be here. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.